Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
Do you still print physical copies of photographs?
Do you know your photo guy or gal?
Does that photo guy or gal know you?
All this and more on Gory Storytime.
Warning. Gory Storytime is a horror movie review show by a son and his dad who thought that letting his 5-year-old watch scary movies was acceptable. If you are offended by horror or talk about blood and gore by a child, or if you don't want horror movies from the 60s through today spoiled, then there is a remote stuck in your couch cushion next to potato chip crumbs. Use it. And of course, parental discretion is advised.
Why? You didn't use any.
Shut up and start the show.
Welcome to Gory Storytime. I'm your host, Jason.
I'm his co-host and his father, Craig. And quickly to answer those questions, I do sometimes know, and more than you know. Anyway, go back and line those up with the questions from the beginning. This week we're doing not a horror movie, except, I mean...
It's pretty horrific.
It's not a horror movie like The Strangers is not a horror movie. It is.
I mean, that's a little extreme.
No, but my point is, actually what I wanted to do, we usually do 4 in a row of something. And with Christmas, and we do an annual Christmas horror movie and all that coming up soon, I said, what can we do? This is something we've already watched. We don't have to do anything.
Exactly.
But I'm going to see about doing 4 of these. That's the plan. 4. They're not listed as horror, but...
Edge of your seat thrillers that are super creepy.
And if we're realistic, you would feel like it was horrific.
I mean, it's
horrific.
It's pretty damn realistic.
Horrific. Yeah. And sometimes that's scarier than, ghosts, goblins, and
or something.
Freddy Kruegers.
It's like Freddy Krueger's in my dreams. Okay, sure. Except this dude's at Walmart.
Well, Save Mart.
Whatever.
Anyway, here's the basic premise. Robin Williams plays a guy who works at a photo lab, and he gets extra copies of a lot of photos of people's private lives and families. And
he's taken a specific
creepy,
liking to one
fast.
Family.
More than any others, yes.
Yes, and it gets bad.
And I don't want to give much away other than that. I mean, when we talk about our favorite and least favorite scenes,
it's going to end up
give
getting
away
spoilery.
some stuff. But, all right. Anything else really about the premise?
No, I don't think so.
That's the basic story, so why don't we roll the trailer and show you what we're talking about.
Someone seems sad. They don't have any friends. It makes me feel bad for them.
Who is that and doesn't have any friends?
Sigh.
The photo guy at the 1 Hour place? We really don't know that much about him, you know? I mean, he might even have a lot of friends. And he probably has a girlfriend and a mommy and a daddy who love him.
I don't think he does.
I've been doing mini lab work for over 20 years now. I consider it an important job.
Hi, Mrs. Yorkin. Can I get that address again?
Yes, it's
326 Serrano Terrace.
What you got there, family photos?
Sure.
Yeah, you mind if I take a look?
You're a very lucky man, Mr. Yorkin. You have a wonderful family. And if you don't mind my saying so, a very beautiful house, too.
I'm sorry?
According to the Oxford English Dictionary, the word snapshot was originally a hunting term. You have to look like you're having fun. Smile. Pretend this is all pretend. Come on, now!
Academy Award winner Robin Williams. 1 hour photo.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That trailer just sold me on the movie I already watched.
And loved and hated that you loved because
yeah,
it's
all
disturbing.
all of the feelings were felt during this movie.
Yeah, so the next 4, other than when we break into a Christmas
movie at
it's
some
gonna
point
be,
here, yeah.
The next 4 are going to be like super creepy, uneasy feeling stuff.
Movies
like
that will
this.
make you uncomfortable.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what we'll call them.
This definitely is that. So why don't we now give a shout out
to our
sponsors,
the real life sponsors that
See,
actually exist.
The thing is, we love a good horror movie. We love movies in general. But
Yeah.
that's not why we review horror movies, because we're fans. No. It was a simple way to trick big corporations to pay us to advertise their things. Obviously, that works because here we are broke. I mean, no, not that.
No.
They backed up a Brinks
Swimming
truck.
in cash.
Yes, we're Scrooge McDucking it. Don't do that with the coins. It hurts.
Don't do that with the
what?
bills. It would hurt because
Yeah,
of the paper cuts,
Yeah.
right?
Anyway, this week, our actual products that we're selling and really exist are, let's see. Gory Story Time is brought to you by Photo Lab Tech Simulator, the game where people come into a photo lab and you're the technician. Make sure to get their order right. Did he want double prints? Was that 4x6 or 5x7? With Photo Lab Tech Simulator, you can have all the fun of a real photo lab tech without all those pesky paychecks. That's Photo Lab Tech Simulator. Check it out and see what develops.
Ah, nice tagline. And by Greeting Cards for Creeps. Are you a stalker or a pervert who finds the normal greeting cards cards just don't have the right messages? Greeting Cards for Creeps may just be for you. Like our newest assortment of birthday, holiday, and thinking of you cards. What's that? Would you like a couple of examples? I hope so, because here goes. To my love on her birthday, may your day be as beautiful as the flame from burning pictures of your husband. I pray he dies so I can fertilize roses. I shall grow for you. If that's not enough, here's a Christmas poem. This year I wanted to put a ribbon on my D and wait for you under the tree, but that restraining order said I can't. So instead I'm cutting your Wi-Fi and phone lines, so calling the cops you shan't. That's Greeting
right.
Cards for Creeps. Find yours today.
All right. So purchase those
Things.
things that are real. Anyway,
Yeah.
now it's time to get into the meat and the beef, as you like to say, of
The
the
meat
show.
and beef of the show, exactly.
He meant to say meat and potatoes one time, and we just beat it into the ground like a dead horse. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Why we haven't put out meat and beef shirts?
Why I don't have a meat and beef shirt.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like what the
we
heck?
should make some for us.
Meat and beef bracelets.
We made this, and it wasn't for anyone else. Hello, Chucky.
Hey, it's been
a while since Chucky fell. Hey.
I think he fell on the 200th.
By the meat and beef, what do you mean? Another balloon fell, remember?
Oh, the balloon fell on the 200th.
Anyway.
Making it the 0th.
Anyway, the meat and the beef means behind-the-scenes information. That's what he's referring to. So why don't we start with you?
We do start with me, don't we? After the film premiered at Sundance Film Festival, Robin Williams overheard viewers say that they forgot it was Williams in the lead role 15 minutes into the film, an observation that made Williams proud.
Well, yeah, because people see him and they're like, ah, funny, and it's like, not this
this
time.
one.
He often played practical jokes in the middle of a take during the making of the film. According to the producer Christine Vachon, Williams burst out of a doorway completely nude during one take for a chase scene.
Oh, that's not.
Thankfully, that was not a bonus feature.
It did not make the cut. In preparation for his role, Robin Williams trained for 2.5 days at a photo developing training facility in Southern California on a AGFA MSC 101D photo developing machine.
Near the beginning of the movie, as the Yorkin family is going over their set of developed photos while in their house, they're eating Chinese food. And inside of an open fortune cookie, it reads, "Someone wants you to be happy." Director Mark Romanek searched through 30 fortune cookies before he found one that related to the film, so he used it in the scene.
Wow. Robin Williams was a fan of the Japanese anime series Neon Genesis Evangelion, and specifically asked to have a model from the series incorporated as a part of the film. The model itself, contrary to Jake's explanation, that it is of a good guy, is of an unintelligent creature-like antagonist from the adult-oriented film ending to the series Neon Genesis Evangelion, The End of Evangelion. The box toy was supposedly from Williams's own personal collection.
All right. So even he can make
I
a mistake.
recognized the
I'm not a
name
big-
because people talked about that one.
I don't like...
It's a mecha anime, I think.
Yeah, I don't like anime. I don't like manga.
Me either.
You know what I did like? Getting laid in high school.
So not anime?
Yeah. Anyway, several of the family photos Cy goes through at the flea market feature Mark Romanek as a boy, his parents, and his aunt.
Robin Williams was originally cast as the Save Mart manager, Bill Owens, later played by Gary Cole. But after reading the screenplay for a second time, Williams requested the role of Seymour Parrish.
Or Cy.
Yes.
Let's see. During the scene which Cy discusses an elderly customer who has him develop never-ending photos of nothing but her cats, the photos shown of each cat were photos that the cast and crew brought of their own pets according to the American Humane Society. It was seen as a way to get a more natural-looking cat photo instead of staging shots with trained animals.
That makes sense. Robin Williams had to shave most of his arms, upper chest, and hands for this movie because of his extremely hairy body.
I know what that's like.
Yeah, my back is crazy.
Yeah, mine too. Let's see. Jack Nicholson was originally offered the role of Seymour Parrish, but turned it down.
It would have.
It's so weird
come
that
off as a more psychotic person. He seems more.
What you need to understand here is that people love their photos. Like, I can't do it.
No.
But listen, like, it would have been
I've
a very
heard
different.
Closer.
Oh yeah,
from there.
I've done Closer. That was awful.
It was.
I also am just getting my voice back.
But
so.
I also think that this guy's not supposed to be a psychopath. He's supposed to be a sociopath. And
Sure.
Jack Nicholson would have made him a psychopath.
Anyway.
Because, well, Jack Nicholson's a psychopath. Trent Reznor in Nine Inch Nails was initially chosen by Mark Romanek to provide the musical score for the film. Romanek, however, opted not to use the score Reznor provided. Some of the compositions meant to be in this film were reworked and released on the album Still by Nine Inch Nails.
Between takes, Robin Williams would improvise and do comedic takes on the scenes as if 1 hour photo was a comedy. That I would kind of like to see.
I would like to
Improvised
see those deleted
comedic
things.
versions. Yeah.
The episode of The Simpsons that Cy is watching in his house is The Simpsons Cape Fear.
Yeah, which is their Cape Fear parody.
Really?
Yes, but they spelt it
With an E at the
F-E-A-R-E. Oh, yeah, you did it wrong again. During the DVD commentary, the director, Mark Romanek, stated that Jack Nicholson was up for the role of Cy. Okay, yes. This was not the first time that Williams was up for a role first approached to Nicholson. When Nicholson was stalling to sign as the Joker in Batman, Williams was in talks before the casting was finalized.
Imagine a world where Robin Williams played Joker and Nicholson played this guy.
I mean, seeing how
That's
Williams played this
crazy.
guy, he could have probably nailed
could
the
have nailed-
Joker.
he could
the
nail the
humor
Joker.
and the psychotic.
Oh, yeah. He could definitely could have.
Yeah, could have.
When finding out what room Will is in at the hotel, Cy asks if he's in 217. 217 is famously the hotel room from Stephen King's novel The Shining. It's 237 in the film. Williams was considered for the lead role in The Shining.
So they keep going up for the same
third.
parts. That's weird, right? The number 23 appears frequently throughout the movie. Catch 23 is the production company.
I guess that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Name of other photographers also appear, including Yoshi Araki. Nobuyoshi Araki is very well-known Japanese photographer. Bill Owens, Ellen von Unworth, a popular German photographer, and Aaron Siskind, and Paul Outerbridge.
Robin Williams has the same last name in this as he did for his character in Jumanji, which just came up on, 25 years? Something like that for Jumanji? Random extra bonus unrelated to this movie fact.
I think Jumanji's 25 years old now.
I think it just hit that, I think.
I don't like hearing that.
And they filmed a good chunk of that in New Hampshire, specifically Keene. For those of us local that know that that's only like 25 minutes from here.
Yeah, not that far.
Yeah.
In the first showing of the photo wall, there are 854 photos, 29 high by 31 across, minus 3 rows of 10, 14, and 21. At a later date, the wall has 862 photos, same grid, minus 3 rows of 2, 14, and 21. Okay.
Andy Rolfe's character, Officer Dan Lyon, is named for Danny Lyon, an influential American photographer. It makes sense that they would put those
lot of photography references in there, yeah. 1 Hour Photo has been praised for its unique visual style and futuristic vision of American consumerist materialism.
And Gary Cole, who played Bill Owens, stars in the movie Office Space, where he's also a boss named Bill.
Yeah,
and
I noticed that then. I was like...
Yeah. We were watching it, and he's like, wait, is that the guy from Office Space? And I said, yes. He's like, I don't know if it is. I'm like, it is. No, you...
That was the other way around.
No. I was the one that said, yes, that's definitely him.
Well, and then when they called him Bill, I was like, wait, he's Bill in the other one, too.
Well, after that movie,
they were like, hey, you're good at being a boss.
No. The business built... It's probably the same Bill.
I mean, heck, it could be Alan Parrish's uncle.
Oh, and we always like to give a brief explanation and then the answer to Rotten Tomatoes and their scoring. For those who don't know, hopefully you do by now, but if you don't, it's just what would you say? They take all of the reviews and then all the positive ones, they mark as positive, all the negative ones, they mark as negative, and then they give you a % of positive reviews. Some movies don't get a lot. And then people get to rate on that same website, and they give both of those numbers. So the people, which is usually more apt to fit your lifestyle, have it at 65%, which means not enough people liked it. I get the
critics have
uncomfortableness.
it at 82% positive, which is far more accurate in my opinion.
Yeah, it's weird. Like usually it goes the other direction, but
yeah.
Hey. All right. What was your favorite scene in this movie?
My favorite scene, it lasts maybe 20 seconds. All right, but Cy falls asleep and his eyes start bleeding. He closes his eyes.
Like in his dream, he's standing in a white room, kind of like in the Matrix.
It looks like the empty version of the Save Mart that he works at, right? But all of a sudden, blood drips from his eye, and then the next shot, it's just gushing blood out of his eyes, and it scared the ever-living crap out of me.
Right, wrong show for saying that word.
It scared me out of my skin.
Like, because you weren't expecting it.
I did not expect that, because I'm sitting here watching this thriller, and all of a sudden...
You already felt
I had
creeped
to
out
clean
enough
my drawers.
Wow. That's because you haven't been fully potty trained. You're only 20.
Well,
Anywho,
it happens.
my favorite scene, I would have to say, is anytime he was speaking directly to the kid. The reason is it was super creepy, not in like someone that would touch a kid way, because it wasn't that.
No,
Williams kept it from seeming like that, and it never did.
it didn't.
And I don't think it was even implied to be. His
No.
thing was for the mom.
Right.
But
Every time we talked to the kid.
it was super creepy, and for this movie, that's a positive thing. If you watch this movie, they want you to feel uneasy.
Success.
Right. So that's why any scenes where he's talking one-on-one with the kid are my favorite scenes.
Yeah, there's a
You
scene
get what
where
I'm
he
saying,
goes
though,
to
right?
a soccer game.
Yeah.
And the kid's by himself, and it's like the entire time.
And then he
I'm
walks him home, and yeah,
Well,
it's
walks him to the car or whatever, but the whole time I'm just like,
no one came to pick him up. Remember?
Right, kid had his bike.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah.
walked to Sai's car, got the toy, and then rode off on his bike.
No.
But that
The
was
point
too
is,
much to be
it was
alone with
great.
Sai, in my
What
opinion.
was your least favorite though?
Also a dream. He's sitting
We
outside
agree
of
on
this.
this one.
He's sitting outside of this lady's house.
And the next thing you see, he
Is
goes
in,
takes a dump in their
He
toilet.
takes a dump, and then puts on the dad's sweatshirt, cracks open one of the dad's beers,
Turns
and
on the television
turns
and
on
puts his
their
feet up.
TV,
And then they come in, and they were cool with it, and
and
called
they were
him
just like,
Uncle
"Oh,
Cy.
hey, Uncle Cy, we thought you were going out today," and it's like, "No." And for a whole
Spoiler.
half a second,
It smash cuts to he's outside
dreaming that.
like imagining it while he's watching them leave their house.
Right. And that whole time I'm for a split second I'm thinking,
It also adds to the creep.
No.
But it's just that I
Like,
guess
why
my
would
problem
he-
is if you have a fantasy
about pooping in
why
my
are you-
house.
why is your fantasy involved? And like even if you're into scat, like he didn't fantasize about that. He fantasized about sitting on a toilet and pooping.
That was his that
was
was like one
his
of his
big
big
thing.
things. That
Anyway.
and watching their TV.
On a scale of 1 to 10 though.
Oh my. All right. I'm giving this movie a 9.5.
You know what? I'll meet you there because even though this is a horror show and it's not technically a horror, it's horrific. And that's what we're going for with this review. And you feel unsettled the whole time.
Which I think is the only thing keeping it from a full 10. Because I know I'm supposed to be unsettled,
And it worked.
but it's like from beginning to end I was unsettled.
Right.
And I don't like being unsettled.
Okay. Well, anyway.
So 9.5.
We're
Go
both
get
giving it
you an ability to watch this movie. I don't think it's streaming anywhere.
Oh, I have
So
no idea. We watched
go
it
the
on a
old-fashioned route and get yourself a disc because it is on that.
disc. Oh, I'm sure there's ways to find it. So if you get a chance, watch it. It's really good.
It is worth whatever the money is to buy the disc.
But now we have stuff over
But
on
we do
that
have
side.
the stuff on that side of the
we
screen.
have to say to
Yes. You can watch this show on Fact TV channel 1076 Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. and Fridays at 7 p.m.
You can like us on Facebook. And like I say every week, don't just like us. Like us. It's great. I love seeing, hey, someone else liked your page.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
But also, like Fact TV. They do a lot of stuff here, man. If you're local to the Bells Falls area, there's plenty of people that make their content for this station. And it's kind of a cool thing in this community that not every community has. Like, most communities have, like, community television.
Oh, yeah.
But what they don't have is very many people. A lot of times it's a bulletin board and, like, meetings. Don't get me wrong.
Which they have
They
their
do
fair
have the
share
meetings.
of the meetings, but
But it's way
we
more.
are
than
not the only show on this channel
Not even a little bit.
regularly.
Anyway,
You can go to factate.com.
watch back
Watch a bunch of the back episodes of this. Watch the other shows that they've got. Just visit their website and see if they've got new stuff because they put new stuff up there regularly.
And then you can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Craig Jakes, all one word, all lowercase. He's
At Jiggly Firm Brain. And I don't tweet anything of my own thoughts. It's all him.
If he hears me say something and he figures he can take it out of context, he shall tweet it. Usually to make me look dumb or sexualizing things that I wouldn't normally, or whatever.
Whatever it is, to make
humorous.
him say something bad.
Make me, yeah. Like I didn't
Like
do that on my own.
I need to help you to do that, right.
And why don't you check out my YouTube channel, too. It's Juggalo Jakes, but if you look for Gory Story Time
or OAO.
Well, if you look up Gory Story Time, what you're going to find is it's posted, a lot of episodes are posted on my channel and on Fact TV's channel, because I don't mind.
So you'll find both of them and give them the good old
subscribe both. Subscribe to both. Maybe you can argue with people online, because people have argued, but not usually over this show.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But you can comment.
So
and
that's about it, right?
That is about it. So until next time, I'm your host, Jason.
I'm his co-host and father, Craig.
And sweet dreams.